Have you ever heard of a place where mystery and reality seem to blend in an almost magical way? A place where strange lights mysteriously float on the horizon, baffling scientists and witnesses alike. Welcome to Marfa, a small town located in a remote area of western Texas, where for over a century, something so incredible has been happening that it defies any rational explanation: the mysterious Marfa lights. These lights, a phenomenon that has puzzled and fascinated both locals and tourists, continue to manifest today, challenging the laws of science and pushing the human imagination to search for answers. Today, we will delve into this enigmatic phenomenon together, attempting to understand why these lights continue to appear in the Texan desert sky and why, despite growing interest from experts and scientists, no one has managed to uncover their secret. Imagine yourself in the heart of the Texas desert on a clear and calm night. The vastness of the night sky is interrupted only by a myriad of stars, and the air is so still it almost feels surreal. Suddenly, on the distant horizon, something strange appears. Small spheres of light moving in the darkness, floating as if they had a will of their own. These lights, which can be white, orange, blue, or red, move unpredictably, suddenly accelerating, changing direction with no apparent logic, merging with one another, only to separate again. They make no sound and seem to follow paths that no known natural phenomenon can explain. They are not car lights, nor are they signals from electronic devices. They are simply there, silent, floating, and mysterious, and anyone who observes them cannot help but be fascinated. But where do they come from? What exactly are they? The Marfa lights were first observed in 1883 by a young cowboy named Robert Ellison. While driving cattle along the trail, he saw lights in the distance. Thinking they were campfires from a passing caravan, he didn't pay much attention. But the next morning, driven by curiosity, he returned to the spot and found no signs of camps or people. From that moment, the lights became an increasingly discussed phenomenon, becoming an integral part of local folklore. Since then, thousands of people have claimed to have seen the Marfa lights, especially on the calmest and clearest nights when the atmospheric conditions are particularly favorable. The lights seem to appear suddenly, floating in the night sky as if they had a life of their own, and then disappear just as quickly, leaving observers with more questions than answers. Some witnesses have described linear movements of the lights, while others speak of completely unpredictable trajectories, with sudden accelerations, changes of direction, and even jumps through the air. Over time, numerous theories have been proposed to try to explain the Marfa lights phenomenon. One of the earliest scientific hypotheses suggests that the lights may be the result of light refraction, an optical phenomenon caused by temperature variations in the desert atmosphere. When layers of warm and cool air overlap, they could act as a natural lens, bending light rays and causing the lights to appear in places different from their original sources. It's a similar effect to what is seen when looking at an object submerged in water, where it appears distorted or out of place. However, this explanation has its limits. The Marfa lights were spotted long before the invention of automobiles, so they can't simply be reflections of car headlights. Moreover, the complexity and unpredictability of the light's movements seem to go beyond what simple atmospheric refraction can explain. Another scientific theory hypothesizes that the lights may be the result of underground gases igniting spontaneously. Gases like methane or phosphate emerging from the ground could ignite upon contact with the air, producing brief luminous flares. This phenomenon, known as will-o'-the-wisp, has been observed in other parts of the world, especially in marshy areas or regions rich in decomposing organic matter. However, Marfa's terrain doesn't seem to have the ideal geological characteristics for this phenomenon. When scientific explanations fail to solve a mystery, the human imagination tends to wander toward more fascinating hypotheses. Some believe the Marfa lights are connected to paranormal phenomena. According to ancient Native American legends, these lights were considered spiritual manifestations, messages sent by spirits or ancestors to guide their tribes through the desert landscape. Some suggest the lights are the souls of Apache warriors, still wandering the desert. Others, however, are convinced that the Marfa lights have an extraterrestrial origin. Western Texas is known for numerous UFO sightings, and many believe these lights could be spacecraft or probes sent by alien civilizations to observe our planet. The rapid and unpredictable movements, color changes, and the apparent intelligence guiding the lights make some think they are not natural phenomena but objects controlled by advanced life forms. Despite the popularity of the phenomenon and the growing scientific interest, the Marfa lights remain an unsolved enigma. Over the past few decades, numerous researchers have conducted studies to gather data on the duration, light intensity, and frequency of sightings. Some have even tried to link the phenomenon to underground electrical discharges, similar to the earthquake lights observed near geological faults. However, the Marfa region is not prone to frequent earthquakes, and the lights continue to appear under seismic calm conditions. The Marfa lights represent a perfect example of how, despite our scientific and technological progress, there are still natural phenomena that elude our understanding. Perhaps this is precisely what makes them so fascinating. They are an enigma that challenges our ability to explain the world through logic and science, leaving us with the sense that there is still much to discover. The Marfa lights remain one of the most intriguing mysteries in the United States and the world. Despite numerous sightings, scientific research, and speculations, no one has yet been able to provide a definitive explanation of what they truly are. Perhaps, like many other mysteries of nature, the Marfa lights will continue to elude every attempt at explanation, leaving behind only questions and wonder. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of nature's most intriguing phenomena. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to avoid missing the next videos on other mysteries of the world and the universe.